Hello, in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to do a manual database backup of the Posture Screen app, or for that matter, if you have the base Lean Screen app or Squat Screen app, it's the same process. This is a static backup. We recommend, obviously, that you also continue to do an iCloud backup. So make sure you follow the directions Apple's put forth on always backing up your device daily. That's a nice static daily backup of the whole device. You can do this method periodically if you wish, but we highly recommend you also do app level backups with each client as you do them through SyncScreen, our service that allows sharing and merging of databases between devices as well as enabling remote screen. That service is called SyncScreen. For more information on that, reach out to us at support@posturescreen.com. But here is how to do the backup portion. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have iTunes installed on your Windows computer. This is a Windows 10 computer that I'm doing this demo with. And you can see that this is version 12.10.2.3. And I'm demoing this on an iPad Pro. And of course, I'm just mirroring my screen using special software so you can see, the app here on this side. Okay, first thing that I would recommend that you do is you're going to have to first force quit the app. If you don't know how to force quit, try Google and say force quit an iOS app, or email us at support@posturescreen.com. Quite simply, on an iPad Pro, you just simply slide up and you just swipe up, and that force quits the app. Once that's done, let's go ahead and move this out of the way so you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to connect the device to the computer. Okay? So if you will, it will always check for a new version. Obviously, you should always update your software, but I'm going to cancel that right now. And then you're going to see an icon up here that shows the iPad. If I click on that, it shows you the backup information on the iPad. When was the last device backup to iCloud? You can see it was done yesterday. But what you're going to do is you're going to come down to file sharing. Okay, then you're going to click Posture Screen. And then you're going to see within Posture Screen, there's a bunch of files. Now, once in a while, you may need to watch your screen here. Once you first connect it on your iPad, you may get a pop-up that says, "Do I trust this computer?" If you've never connected it before, make sure you say yes and trust that computer. It's just to make sure that your iPad's not being hacked or something. So pay attention there. Otherwise, you won't get to this next step here. You won't get to the point where you see the files. Now, all you do is once you're in the Posture Screen in the directory, all you're going to do is this. You're going to highlight all the files, make sure you don't miss any. So we're going to highlight all those files. Then you're going to scroll down, and then you're going to click Save. And then what you're going to do is you're going to browse to a folder that you've made. So on my desktop, I've made a Posture Screen backup folder. This is on Windows. I'm going to select that folder. And once I do, notice it begins the backup method. Now you have to make sure that whatever you do, don't change any of these documents. Don't try and open up any of these documents or anything like that. This process can take quite some time if you have a large database. Okay, so be aware of that. Make sure it's completely done before you disconnect it, because what will happen, and trust me, this will happen, is that you think that you're going to make a good backup of your computer, but you've disconnected it too early. A backup of your iPad. You go to restore it someday, and lo and behold, you're missing data, or it's corrupt and it doesn't work. So it's always good to do multiple manual backups, maybe on the first of every month and maybe in the middle of the month. It depends on what other methods you're using for backup. We always recommend you do iTunes, iCloud backup, as well as use SyncScreen, which is another video as well. But it doesn't hurt to have yet another backup method, which I'm showing you right here on a Windows 10 computer. So as you can see up here, it's done copying. Okay, so now if I minimize this and go over to my Posture Screen backup folder, you're going to see that I have files that are backed up. So everything that makes Posture Screen with all your patient database is in here. Do not go messing around with any of the patient files and try to go into the patient files and see stuff like that. You're asking for trouble. If you do, you're going to corrupt something. So do not do that. Save that folder. Maybe date the folder, if you will, so that way you know when it was done. So maybe I could keep this in a directory and say that, so today's date was 11/12/19. so I know what date this backup was done, okay, in case I have to restore it. Now, just know, if you restore this backup, which is in another video, that will override anything and overwrite anything in your application, meaning it will erase all of your data. So just know that this is a last-ditch effort to restore your database as you backed it up. It will basically bring the app back to whatever level it is here, okay? And it's good to do this always before like updating the device or updating iOS, because once in a while updating the operating system on your device, it could corrupt. It's rare, but it could corrupt your database or any app databases for that matter. For more information on this or any other topics, definitely check out our support database for questions and answers at postureanalysis.com/knowledge base, or you can email us at support@posturescreen.com. Watch the next video on how to restore your database on a Windows 10 computer using iTunes. Thanks.